Hey guys! So it's been a while since I've done a video, but something has happened recently that I felt like I needed to share with you guys. Um, when I, so growing up, we were a very private family, pretty, we kept our stuff to ourselves, we were very quiet. Um, and I became a very private adult. But what I've learned in doing this work with my clients is that the almost one of the best ways I can help them is to be super transparent about my stuff, my issues, my wounds, things I'm working through, my lessons, because we're all human. We're all in this together, and if you can relate to me and I can relate to you, we're going to do a lot better work together. So, anyway, so something happened recently that I think probably you guys can resonate, or a bunch of you can resonate with. I've been working very deeply, personally, on wounds I have around trusting that the universe and spirit is going to take care of me. And this comes from many, many, many past lives of predominantly incarnating to do this kind of work and then being, harmed or persecuted or killed for it. And then feeling on a very fundamental soul level, why didn't spirit take care of me? Why was this allowed to happen? Why didn't the universe save me or protect me? And I think that's super common for healers. I think that wound lodges very deep in our souls if we've been repeatedly persecuted around this work. So it's come up a lot with my clients lately. We can connect and we trust, but there's like an underlying kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm really going to be taken care of. I don't know if I'm really going to be provided for, if I'm going to have abundance, if I'm going to have safety, if I'm going to have support in my pursuits spiritually. And it just has started to come up a lot with my clients, and it's come up a lot for me recently. And that's because I've done layers and layers of work around trusting myself, and then repairing trust with the idea of humanity, mob mentality and things like that, like getting rid of those fears. And so really it's come to my attention that my next layer of healing is around trusting spirit and the universe. And this is very interesting because I do work with my guides, and I do work with angels, and I work with masters, and I'm very open to doing that, obviously, because that's the fundamental part of my work. But I think on a soul level, I think what it is that I fully trust the universe and spirit will take care of my clients, and so I'm fully open and everything flows and I love it. But there's something within me that I think the universe is not quite going to come through for me. And that's taken me a long time to recognize that. And that really particularly around abundance and safety and being provided for, and living in joy, like being able to really feel safe and open and living in joy in my work. And anyway, so this has come up a few different ways recently, but I wanted to share with you guys, and this is fairly vulnerable, but it's really pertinent. So I've done a lot of deep healing around this, and sometimes when we do very deep healing, the universe then kind of tests us, not in a mean way, but to kind of just make sure, are we really learning this lesson? And an hour and a half ago, I just got a call from my husband that he's getting laid off in about a month. And it's a startup company, and they're really struggling, and a bunch of them are getting laid off. They're completely downsizing. So it wasn't anything personal, but totally hit my buttons because I'm like, oh my God, because we have a 2-year-old, we have a baby, and yes, I wrote recently that my practice is growing and thriving, but I didn't mean that I thought I could be a single income family. So this is just completely blindsiding us. But why I wanted to share this is that what came through immediately for me, because my inclination is to go to that place immediately of, see, the universe does not take care of me. This is it. This is proof. Like, things always go wrong. Things always fall apart. We're never going to have money. We're never going to have abundance. We're always going to be in debt. And, now my husband has no job in a month. And it was very easy for me to spiral. And what came through very fast was, this is a test for you on a soul level. Can you hold the belief that there's a reason he's losing his job? And it's a positive reason. And so as I sat with it, I realized that I think what I need to start holding is that this means that my practice is probably going to, I feel big things coming, and so I think this means the practice really will start to take off on a whole different level than where it is now. And there's a lot of moving pieces right now around that. So I think that I need to put trust in that, which means trusting the universe and trusting spirit that if I'm on my soul path and I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing, we will be taken care of. And this doesn't mean that he doesn't have to get a job, because of course he has to go get one for now. But it's about not giving into that fear that we're completely going to spiral. We're going to have to go move with one of our parents. You know, we can't pay rent. It's about holding trust and holding faith that even though this immediately feels like a crisis and feels awful, there's a bigger reason for it, and it will work out. And I have to have trust around that. And this is, of course, pushing all my deep buttons, and that's the way it is. There's a reason for it. So I just wanted to share with you guys that sometimes we get hit really hard with our tests and with our lessons. But if we can hold the light within us and hold the trust and hope that there are reasons for this, and it will unfold. And I'm really actively choosing to believe that this time. And we've been through this before in other, time periods in my life, and I completely spiraled. I mean, this is the very first time that I've been able to really hold my light and just be like, I am going to put trust in you guys, trust in the universe, trust in my higher self. This is going to work out. There's a reason he wasn't supposed to work there anymore. And it could also be that he gets a much better job for himself too. So I think there's layers to it, but it's about trust and faith. And those are two of the hardest things to have on this path, because we have a lot of wounds around those. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because I felt called to, just to put out there that when tests get this hard, it's really important to hold your center, and you can't see, but I'm holding my solar plexus. Hold your core, feel the light, breathe deeply, don't panic, and try as hard as you can to stay grounded and centered, and try to nourish and nurture that faith and trust that we're trying to repair basically in this life. So normally I wouldn't come onto a group of 1,000 people and share this, but I just really felt I needed to talk about this topic today because it's happening all over. People are losing their jobs, they don't have health insurance. I mean, there's all kinds of bad stuff happening. So, but as healers and spiritual beings, I think we need to try to see it through a different lens, and we need to really try to use it as a way to practice our faith and trust, which is super, super hard. And I'm the first to admit it. I do not trust spirit sometimes, which is my own wounding. So anyway, that's for today. I hope that this helps some of you. And please feel free to post comments or your own stories or anything, because I think we're all doing this work together. So however that's manifesting, we're all on this path together. So we got to keep each other going. Okay, sending you lots of love, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.